Welcome to Data Millennials. I'm Atul, and in this video we are going to see how we can get the date from a particular string value. So in Excel we have a date value function which converts a date represented as a text string into a valid Excel date. So most often when you get your data from other systems or from somebody else, you will have your date in that data, and it might be possible that the date is in the text format or the entire date is in some other format. But if you want to change that string as a proper date, then you can use this date value function. So let me show you what we are going to do here. So we have this order date here, and as you can see, this order date seems to be in a date format, right? But if I put equal to is text, so this is text function is to check whether a particular value in a cell is text or not. So, and if I give this range and press enter, it says true. This means that this value is text, it's not date. Let me put date here equal to today. This is the formula to get today's date. And if I use the same formula here, equal to is text, for this particular cell G6, it gives me false. So if this order date is in date format, then why this is text output is not false? It should be. When we are getting this true as a is text output, this means that this entire value is text, not date. As you can see here, everything is true. Now if you have to convert these order dates into the actual date, then you can use this date value function. So the purpose of this function is to convert a date in text format, which we have here, the date in a text format, to a valid Excel date. And it's more useful than the text date since they cannot be directly manipulated with formulas. So if I want to add a certain number, or if I want to do certain manipulations with this date order date value, then it won't work. But if I want to add certain days, or if I want to do certain manipulation with this date value, then we can do that. So the question is that how we can change, or how we can convert these dates which is in text format into the actual representation of dates. So we'll simply put equal to date value, and you can see here the first argument and the only argument that this date value requires is the date text. So we'll give reference to this cell B6, and we'll close this bracket and we'll press enter. So we have 8/5/2021. Both of these cell value looks similar. Now if I put equal to is text here for this range B6, it should give us true. And if I put similar formula for this cell D6, then it should be false. Is text for this, it gives me false. And the reason being is that it's the actual representation of date, and it's the actual date value in date format, and this value is not in the date format. So let's drag this formula here. As well as these formula. Now you can see here all of these date order date value which is in text is converted into the actual date value. Let's move to the next example that we have here. So our example is that the time factor is added in the date in this cell, but the date is in the text format. Change it in date format. Now as you can see here, we have this date here as well as the time, and due to this AM is specifically written here, this date, this cell is changed into the text, not the exact date. So if we need to get the date value from this cell, what we can do is that we can simply put equal to date value, and we'll give address of this range which is 820, and close this bracket and press enter. Now we are getting the date in the numeric format. Now if I want to change the format, or if I want to get the exact format in date, what I can do is that I can simply convert this cell into date. So I'll change the format as date, and you can see we get the value as 19/06/2021, which is here 19/06/2021 without the time, and this is the actual date format. So this is how you can use the date value function when you have to convert a date represented as a text string and you need to convert it into a valid Excel date.